All right, everybody, welcome back here. Just about to get into our pistol round of our second matchup of the day, where HellRaisers is doing their doubleheader thing as they now go up against Property, and we'll be seeing the same maps that we did in our first matchup, Cash being our first one, and then we'll be heading on to Overpass for our second map. I'm Gecks, and alongside me, I still have LATORR alongside of me as we head into our second map here, and of course, Dashner, who is on production as well. So we are heading straight into our pistol round here, and they've gotten very aggressive. Mal did in through A main, but Berg shut him down. Adren able to exchange and take down Schneider, but Poff coming through A main as well to take down Kucher. Twist getting a frag of his own as he swapped out for the USP to take down Doja. Adren is up top in the rafters, but he has to hop down as the bomb has now been planted in the A site. And they're trying to work their way in right now for a retake. It's a 4-on-2, going to be a pretty tough one for him, though. Angel starts it off by taking down Berg, eventually gets dinked, though, quite hard. He only has 8 health. Zendi eventually coming out on top of that frag onto Adren, but Angel very hurt right now. He'll get taken down as well by Poff, so that is a first-round win over to Property on that pistol.
Yeah, and actually, well, first of all, we're seeing a pause right off the bat. Good start, exactly what we're looking for right there. But more seriously, HellRaisers just cannot win these pistol rounds. They are, now? They've lost 3 out of 4, and the one they did win, they got ecoed on the 3rd round, if I'm not mistaken. Or I guess maybe it could have been maybe not an eco. Could have been an early buy if they got a bomb plant. Can't quite remember, but either way, that is a not so great ratio for HellRaisers, considering they've been so dominant once they get rifles in their hands. Like once after pistol round's over, once they clean that slate, they're dominant. They've been looking really good. This map cut it a little close, but even last game, it looks like they were pretty untouchable with rifles in their hands on the CT side. They just can't win a pistol round. It's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, the games would be so much more in their favor if they could just win the pistols. I mean, they lost a total of 6 against Existence on this map due to the pistols, and just the other points throughout the games. I mean, they would have been such more HellRaiser sided had they been able to win some of these pistols, but they just, as you said, they just can't seem to do it. I don't know what their problem is on the pistols, just not one of their strong suits, but we are still in a pause here. The Property paused it. They said they needed just a second for something, so hopefully we don't have too long of a delay here, but nonetheless, as we were just kind of talking about, they did come out with that pistol round win, so they should be looking pretty good here going into the next couple of rounds at least, as we've already seen a couple Galil buy-ups as well as an AK for themselves here, so should be a couple rounds in a row here for them.
Yeah, and I kind of like that they're going straight for the Galils and AKs and not really wasting time with the SMGs. It's not that the SMGs are a waste of time. I kind of also like having a strong rifle setup with a few SMGs to back it up. The problem is, just like Existence last game, you run a high risk buying SMGs and scouts and kind of the lower tier guns. Like, you do have a chance of getting a huge payday if you can put a guy in the right spot and he gets a big spray down, or you can get ecoed and you look like kind of like you made a dumb play in front of everybody. So obviously having just a Galil or an AK doesn't absolve you of getting ecoed, but still, I would so much rather have one of those 2 guns in my hands if I get rushed down or need to make a play.
Yeah, certainly, and we'll see what they can do with them. It's nice they do have a few rifles here to work with, which will certainly be advantageous for them later on. Angel was sitting in mid, got mollied out, though, has to back off, and Mal coming to his aid as Twist was trying to take him down, but Mal came to his aid and saved his teammate there, though. They exchanged right back to take down Angel. And Kucher working with a 5-7 in mid, though. Berg able to get a second frag there, taking out Mal, so it is going to be a 4-on-2 now, actually, as Berg picks up yet a 3rd frag for himself here on this round. So 4-on-2 it is, as Doja and Adren have to try and hold off these 4 guys here, and they haven't really moved to a site yet as they start to work themselves in towards B. And Doja gets dinked up by an SMG. He only has 8 health as he's sitting towards headshot. Gets a 1D, though, onto Berg. Searching for a second one. Should go down here shortly. Hasn't quite been able to finish him off. Property hasn't, but now they finally get him and will get themselves entrance into this bomb site. Bomb is now going down on B, and Adren is going to have to come out of vents here and try to make something happen. No, he's going up against Pop, who's got an SMG there over on that checker side will easily be able to pick up onto that frag there. And as you would expect, Property getting the second round of the game here as they now go up 2-0 on this T side.
Yeah, I mean, we are super early in the game, so this might be a bit early of a statement for me to make, but it seems like HellRaisers aren't quite mixing up how they're playing, and I'm curious if maybe Property even watched their the first cash game that they just had against Existence, because I mean, I feel like that's such a classic Doja move, hanging out behind that triple stack. He was able to get a frag with it anyway, but I feel like that's kind of been like a really staple play of his, hanging out. It's actually been something they've done at the A bomb site, and they kind of, at certain points, allowed Existence to walk their way into the bomb site. And, you know, eco rounds are eco rounds. Berg getting super loose with the AK-47 there. Good on him. I'm curious to see if HellRaisers will start to adapt to a different play style if Property is kind of aware of this and starts to abuse HellRaisers' passive strategies when they feel they are disadvantaged.
Yeah, we'll see what HellRaisers can do now as they have their first gun round of our first map here, or the second matchup of the day. HellRaisers now have bought up Mao, as you would expect, bought up with an AWP, as well as he has been doing all day long. He's been doing quite well with it at times, too, so we'll see if he can work a little bit of magic with that here to start things off for HellRaisers, as they are now down 3-0 in this game, but no definitive side here for Property to work with, kind of spread out right now, seeing what they can work as far as picks go. And Schneider is going to be working with an AWP here as well, as he's looking towards that A side, but so far nothing too aggressive from Property. Plenty of time for them to work with as well. They actually dropped the bomb here just to see, try and work some sort of a pick, but not too much to be had. But just as I say this, Schneider is starting to work his way up in towards this A main here, so we could be seeing something from him in just a second here. He's slowly working his way off, though. Twist starts things off by taking out Angel, who was sitting inside of the vents, and Twist was boosted up in the T side of mid, so that's one player out of the way for Property here, as they're going to have this one player advantage, though. 30 seconds left on this round, and Property's going to have to make a move here soon. Adren is boosted up with a teammate, or he has boosted up a teammate into the A site. Looks like Property wants to take this from A to mid, or excuse me, from mid to A. Couple going up highway, couple coming through main as well. Kucher able to get one here. Twist getting himself into the site, finds the frag, and now will go and plant that bomb. And they have a player over in mid, that's Doja, but Poff shuts him down quickly. And now it is just Mal left alive, who has an AWP, but there's no chance for him to be able to take this 1v4 on, so he wants to go and save that AWP over into the B site, and Property winning the first gun round as well, which has been a strength for HellRaisers today, but not able to come out on top of this first gun round, and that will give Property a 4-0 lead here.
Yeah, and he never got, well, let's see, we'll give it a second. Let's see how this hunt works out for us. He's actually really close to being engaged. He saw one player, and he gets taken down without getting a single kill with it. That is unfortunate. So they actually might be able to grab themselves a second AWP if they choose to. It doesn't look like they want to. So yeah, they're comfortable working just one AWP. Schneider didn't get any frags that round. Actually doesn't even have a frag on the game quite yet, but his patience is really something to admire. He was waiting outside of A main for a long time, pushed up, even taken a more aggressive peek towards quad of A, and must have stayed there for a full minute, unmoving. Didn't move his crosshair once, just waiting. And, you know, it didn't turn out to be super important. Grenade. Didn't turn out to be super important for him to be waiting. He didn't actually catch a kill, but just his presence there and his forcing Angel and Adren to stay in the site and not fall back to quad allowed his team to do so much more with the map control that they had in middle. So kind of an unsung hero of the round, as you know, didn't really get any of the glorious frags, and Property just decimating HellRaisers on this pistol buy.
As now it is just Doja here in a 1 versus 5. I don't expect too much to come of this. Maybe just try and get the frags that he can. Maybe get take a couple of the guns out of the hands of Property, though they have pretty good money right now, Property does. Schneider's having a battle with him in mid, but couldn't quite seem to find the frag onto him. The bomb goes down on the B site, though. Doja still can't manage to find one. Pop will extend in towards the spawn and take care of that easily, and Property mowing right now, looking at a 5-0 lead, and they have a great economy build up. A couple players sitting at over $10,000. None of them lost any guns on that round either, so they are sitting pretty with their economical situation here. HellRaisers now have a chance to buy up, but they really need to win this round to keep themselves economically relevant, I guess you could say. Mao is up on the op again. We'll see if he can do anything with it. This round wasn't really able to do too much on their first rifle round, so definitely expecting something out of him maybe if they come his way, but looks like...
Adren's pushed through the smoke! Man, they better punish him for this.
Oh, he's out. Yeah, he will go down, and definitely punishing him right there, and Property will most likely do something over onto this A side here. Schneider's over, opens up Squeaky, and takes down Kucher, who was over by the tractor set up there, forklift, and Mao inside of the site missed the first op shot, and now he is down to 42 health, make that 17, and then dead by Schneider's pistol, and Schneider getting another one yet with the op. That's a 3K on the round for him. Angel strikes back with a frag of his own, but still he's caught in a 1-on-4 here, and HellRaisers can't get anything going on these rifle rounds. Berg will go in, plant this bomb onto the site. Angel is just going to try and save this this AK if he can, but you'd have to expect they are going to be hunting him down here, which they are.
What a read from Schneider.
Oh my goodness, Schneider is a monster right now. Picked up 4 frags on that round, and it's been all Property here so far. Berg is rolling with it right now. He's sitting at 10-3. Yeah, all of them just rolling. I mean, it's a collective of 4, 5, 6, 7 frags in total. That are 8 frags total that HellRaisers has been able to get here in this game so far. I mean, really not much of anything. Property's just been winning the gun battles, and it's been easy for him so far.
Yeah, take a look at the scoreboard. Actually, in none of the rounds have they dropped more than 2 players. On rounds 1 and 2, they kept 3 players alive, and ever since then they've kept 4, and then the last round, in round 5. So they just, these HellRaiser players just can't beat the Property players, both in terms of the strategy. Property has been doing a really good job of working well off each other. Their nades and smokes have been on point. And then you couple it with great frags. Look at that pop flash over middle.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
And easily clean up from Twist. I mean, these guys look really well put together.
Yeah, very, very coordinated. You can tell that early on here. HellRaisers has a few 5.7s in their hands, so, I mean, ideal pistol situation for them, but still it's not... I don't expect too much for them, though. There is a player that's caught up there. Yeah, that's Twist. He was over on that B side and got aggressed. And Angel actually able to pick up another one here. Adren and Angel both able to get one. Zendy sees Angel over in by checker zone. We'll take care of that. So it's a 2-on-3 here. Both players from HellRaisers did manage to grab AKs, though, and a spray down from across the A site. Adren was able to get Berg, but Schneider comes out and finishes him off with his op. So now it's a 1 versus 2. As Schneider gets his bomb down on the A site, Mao is going to have to come up big here. Schneider saw him in mid, missed the first shot, and I don't know if Mao is going to have an opportunity. He has to come up highway here, gets a good flash off, but eventually it will get smoked off, and Mao is just going to have to push in through the smoke. Schneider misses that first shot. Now it's going to be a 1-on-1 here. Zendy sitting over in A main. And
I like this off pickup move.
Oh, yes, he could get the shot onto him. No, but Zendy got a jump on him with the AK, and that will be another round win going over to Property. He had a good opportunity, Mal there did, but just couldn't quite convert on the frag. And now it is 7-0 for Property.
God, Property is so rich. They just had to pretty much rebuy out for 4 people, and they still have 3 people above $10,000, and the other 2 are sitting at 8 and 7.5. So, Jesus, are they rich? But HellRaisers themselves pretty rich. They're stacking maximum bonus money, 7 in a row. They couldn't be getting more money. So, man, getting punished once again. Even Angel, the other offer, getting lit down pretty hard, so things are just not going well for HellRaisers, or maybe it's not even that. I think things are just going really well for Property.
Oh, goodness. Doja was sitting back there behind headshot. Look at this. Poff getting 2 here inside of the B site. Absolutely relentless from Property right now. Poff had originally taken a shot at Doja over at headshot from main, and then he just came around checker side, and there's Doja not even looking at it at all. He's tried throwing a nade off, and he just wrapped around, easy headshot. And total entrance into this B bomb site. Easy for him. Schneider barrel stuffs Angel, and it is just mowing him down. Gets a headshot off on the Kucher as well, and just shuts him down completely. Property mowing the grass right now of HellRaisers, 8-0, and they have got just absolutely relentless. You said it perfectly from Property right now. Not what I was expecting at all coming out on this game.
No, definitely. I mean, even after round 4, when Property picked up the rifle round, I was thinking to myself, all right, tough start for HellRaisers. They'll get a grip on the game again. It happens, and really it does happen. But this has been relentless. The closest they've come to losing a round was that one-on-one, and then they went right from that one-on-one to keeping all 5 players alive. Like, they couldn't ask for a better start to this game. I mean, 8 straight, that is absolutely huge. And now, actually, all of their players have more than $10,000. So they are strapped up. Even if HellRaisers does win a round, they're not going to be out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. It's only going to set up Property to do further damage to their economy if they're unable to string rounds. So, seems like so far, so good for HellRaisers on this round. They do have a man advantage. Maybe the first man advantage they've had all game?
I don't think that's a bold statement. That's probably pretty accurate. So, it's finally they do have that man advantage. Let's see if they can do anything with it, though. Poff starting to work his way in through mid. Adren able to pick up on that frag. He has 3 on the round, searching for his 4th on the last player inside of mid, and there you go. Finally, HellRaisers gets themselves onto the board here. They only lost 2 players on the round. It was Mao and Angel, so HellRaisers desperately getting that round that they needed on to the board. Still very comfortable lead and economic situation for Property, though, as they lead 8-1 here on this first half.
Yeah, but as we said, it's not quite enough. The one round, it's a good start, but they need to start stringing together rounds. If they lose this round, they've cut off the bonus money that they have. They are sitting, the richest player has $1,400. This is the most important round I think HellRaisers could possibly have coming up right now. They so desperately need to win it. Angel pushed up over at B, getting tons of information, making his presence kind of known, jumping on that box. Now he's found a spot where it doesn't make any noise. That's interesting. They are going to nade him, though, or nade towards him. So I think they kind of have an idea that someone's in the area, even if they don't know exactly where he is. And he's actually smart enough to fall back. I think that was a really good play. He got a lot of information for his team. Said, they might be B, but they're not really close B. They gave me this opportunity to get the information. I'm going to get out. Good enough for me. If he stayed there, even if he did get 1 frag, he would have been traded out so easily.
Yeah, and now we see Property actually, well, they have Schneider boosted up into mid here. He's not really getting a good look at anything. Nobody really lurking around there in mid, as now Property actually moves themselves out into mid, seeing what they can find here. Maybe a highway to A move here, as it looks like they could be setting up for it. Mao missing a crucial shot there on the player, starting to push up into highway, and eventually gets treated out for Schneider through the smoke. And now that is going to be a 4-on-4 as they come up highway here into the site. 1 player did come out of that main part of mid to try and contest them, but I'm not sure if he found anything in the frag department there. But the bomb will be going down on this A site here, and Doja, Angel, and Adren are going to have to try and work something here. But Berg catches Adren as he was lurking around all the way out towards that T side on leading up to A. So that'll be 2-on-3 for them here. And Angel, Doja will have to come up big here, try and keep HellRaisers in it, or they'll be right back where they started. Peeking out into main is Angel, but Berg is there and ready. Doja picks up on a 1, taking out Twist, but Poff is there and ready to exchange with him, and Property grabbing yet another round, making it a 9-1 game here, sending HellRaisers back to the sad zone here with a terrible economy.
Back to the sad zone might be the most accurate phrase you could have coined for how that went for them, and it just must be so frustrating, finally getting a grip on the game and then having Property throw it right back in your face. I mean, these Swedes are nuts. They're shooting so unbelievably well. I mean, we've seen a bunch of isolated instances, like Berg getting really loose on that pistol round before. Obviously, pistols aren't the be-all, end-all, but it seems like all of them are just so filthy with rifles in their hands.
Oh, man, they had I can't remember exactly what player it was from Property, but he was up in mid, up high, boosted, and I mean,
getting shot at, and still has time to pull out his AK, aim, take a sip of coffee, get the frag.
Seriously though, look at this. It's a field day out here. Turkey shoot, like it's not even hard at all for Property right now. HellRaisers haven't given them one bit of a challenge here so far, and I mean, it was just exchanges like that in mid that you saw on the screen. On the auto director here, he was sitting out, boosted up high into mid, and he had all day to kill him. He didn't even have his gun out, and gave him like 5 body shots, and still wasn't able to kill him. Just pulled out the AK and finished him off. But those are the kind of frags that you just can't lose out on. He had all day to kill him. and just couldn't. Yeah, and now they're looking at 10-1, and Zendi getting a frag on Dren through the smoke. It's just a field day out here. Look at this. They already have the 1-player advantage on the round. We'll see if they can continue on with it. If history that we've seen so far here continues on, it should be, could be a round win for Property, though. Angel does strike back with 2 of his own there. Finally, Property maybe getting something, or excuse me, HellRaisers getting something going here as they found 2 on this mid, getting rid of Schneider as well, who's been a pretty solid op for Property here.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing is that, like, we just saw HellRaisers put together 2 such good maps, and we know they're such a good team, and for them to get thrown around like that and kind of tossed like this it's odd to see. And Angel, I like that move there from Angel, playing an aggressive mid. Actually, I mean, from HellRaisers in general, just stacking up on mid, but it looks like they've opened up the B bomb site, and these players just the HellRaisers players just cannot get themselves in the right position. I was talking about how on Overpass, ooh, that was a good shot. That was a good position.
Yeah.
It seemed like they just weren't making mistakes, and that was their advantage. They were just always right. And I think this game, for the most part, they've been nothing but, well, I mean, when they're rotating, sometimes wrong, getting caught out completely, just out of position. And then even when they are guessing right, they're just not beating the Property players with straight up aim battles and off, just like, I mean, even right there, aiming through a wall, like, just kind of clearly has the,
goodness,
has the heads up to know exactly where the player is coming from. I'm sure he just kind of had his mouse sitting there, but it just goes to show the intuition that these players have and the reads that they're getting on these HellRaisers players. Even when they're not aiming, they're aiming.
Yeah, they are, and they're doing a good job at it. Property is right now, and as you can tell, it's put them to a 11-1 lead now as they pick up that round, and the economy is still just through the roof for them. 3 players with over $10,000.
How is he going? Ugh.
Yeah,
well, I had dinner reservations at 6, so this is working out for me well.
Yeah, it looks like you'll make it on time for that if it keeps going the way it has. And Poff here just opening up the site as he takes out 2 players. A beautiful flash inside of the site. Twist able to pick up 2 of his own here, and it is just a slaughter for Property here over on the A site, as well as I believe he got a couple.
He was right.
B. Ooh. Look at that. Well, Mao able to get 1 at least. He's got 2 frags here, but is still in between a rock and a hard place here. 1-on-3, no armor of any kind here. And there's Schneider with the op, able to finish him off. And oh goodness. Oh, later. 12-1 Property. This is not expecting that at all.
So, yeah, sorry if you ever, I don't know, your mic's got cut off. I'm getting a bit of Skype lag. Hopefully it's just, maybe my parents trying to use some Netflix or something like that. But it seems like I'm past it. I thought I had lost you for a second, but either way, if you lose me, keep going on without me, or really
good now.
I don't know, just do it. Yeah, do anything to help these HellRaisers play out. Maybe one of us is the bad luck charm here. Maybe one of us needs to lag out for them to find some success. And man, Twist maybe just throwing that theory away, taking a quick 1-tap.
Oh man, Angel had a pretty good look there. Angel had a pretty good look there too, and it just, just destroyed him. Twisted. And now it's a 4-on-4 on this round. HellRaisers running a double op setup. Kucher actually going with the op here, along with Mao. I don't think I've seen Kucher up on the op really at all so far in any of these games that we've watched today, but he's trying his hand at it. Might as well at this point. We're looking at a 3-on-3 on this round here. Mao is holding down the B site by himself, as you can see on screen, but still, it's
the players from Quad have just been unable to hit the peeking terrorist going from the spool's white box mid. I feel like every time a terrorist jiggle peeks that, the HellRaisers players have missed their shot.
Yeah, which is odd because they were winning so many gunfights against Existence, and
wow, look how out of position they are right now. What unbelievable timing from Property players. If they execute on the A bomb site, that bomb can just easily walk his way into the site, and it looks like they might all be able to dodge down. Oh no, Kucher just got the last one. Either way, 3-on-2 with huge positional advantage for Property. Even the op on Schneider, he's been lights out.
Yeah, let's see what they can do with it. Twist playing over by Quad. Schneider on the site. He got a good look with the AK there. Twisted got damage out onto a Dren. Couldn't finish him off though. Pops Kucher's head off as he was trying to peek around the corner. Now it's a 2-on-2 as HellRaisers desperately needs to win this round here. Dren gets one onto Twist, but he gets pushed by Schneider now. 1 versus 1. What a shot from Schneider taking down a Dren. What a play. He wins the round for Property. Just unreal off action right there. Takes down a player with a Tech 9 and finishes him off with the op there. My goodness, that's just salt in the wound right there if you're HellRaisers, and Property is rolling it 13-1 right now.
I don't even think he knew he was getting shot at from. I don't think he knew he was on the red box until he peeked and hit that nuts flick. I mean, more nade frags coming out. Things starting all pop off. You're about to get caught off guard here. Unless, maybe not. You can un-white screen and catch effect. These HellRaiser guys are just catching no breaks at all. Let's see. Kucher, maybe it's your turn. Hey, there you go.
He took down Schneider. I don't know if we're lagging again. I don't know if you can hear me or if I'm still live. All right. Good, good. Now, Zendy comes through here with one of his own onto Kucher, and now it is just all Doja right now in a 1 versus 4, a very sad 1 versus 4 as Berg comes in, gets his bomb down onto the site. Poff is currently hunting down Doja right now. As
yeah, why not? They have, what, infinite money?
Yeah, and we're looking into the last round and a half here anyway. Poff takes down Doja, nice and easy. Man, oh, that just hurts. That hurts me. Seeing that 14-1 for Property on the T side here. They are now going to move over to CT, obviously, but man, that was just a absolutely dominating performance from Property on that first half. And at this point, I mean, can HellRaisers even get themselves back into the game here?
I mean, you know, I always subscribe to the never say never mentality, but boy, as Property looked really good. Well, if Property somehow lets HellRaisers back in the game, shame on them.
Yeah.
Right, major shame on them, because they've been looking so good. I mean, I think, I don't want to say what they've been doing has been lucky, because I feel like that just minimalizes how well they've been playing, but they caught a lot of lucky breaks there. It seems like pretty much every time they threw a pop flash, it was perfectly timed, and that's not always something you can bank on. So good on them for capitalizing when they were having to come out with the lucky timing, but even though it broke a lot in their way in the first half, it doesn't necessarily mean things will break in their way the second half. So you definitely can't, you know, say HellRaisers can never win this game. But quick pistol round here from HellRaisers just seemed pretty incapable of winning pistol rounds in the past, and I think that'll be all she wrote for the next round.
Yeah, we'll see if HellRaisers can get themselves back into it here. It is do or die time for them as they are down heavily. Absolutely need to win this pistol, no question about it. Looks like they want to take it in towards this A side here as the flashes and smokes get themselves out onto the site, and Zendy starts it off by taking down Doja, getting a second one. Zendy getting 3 with his USP on the players inside of the site. Angel able to finally finish him off and end his reign of terror, but now it is a 2-on-3 as they try to get this bomb down. They at least get it down, but Schneider comes through, takes down Kucher, and Twist will easily take down Angel with a headshot from the USP, and that is even the pistol win over to Property here. That should be an easy next round win for them, for Property here. Only need one more to finish off this game, and that would be a very unexpected 16-1 win.
Definitely. One thing I was just thinking about, though, in the last series, this was not HellRaisers map pick. They picked Overpass, or sorry. Wait, am I confused? This was HellRaisers. Sorry, had it backwards. Yeah. This was HellRaisers map pick, and this time it's not there. So interesting that they didn't pick it themselves this time. Kind of had significantly less faith in themselves this game than they. Well, I guess they just didn't really have the opportunity. Maybe they would have picked it had it gone to them. Who knows? But you can kind of imagine. I'm trying to come up with. I'm trying to help out HellRaisers, thinking, maybe, when they're on the right side of Overpass, things might get better. Because they are going to start on CT side Overpass. That is a huge advantage, but they're going to need a lot more than just, a slight advantage to lock this one up. Actually, seems like the Terrorists might be in a good shape to win this round, but they are rifles on the retake, so it'll be tough to beat that.
As Doja was able to pick up a Galil here, though. Actually, Angel comes through with 2 Tech-9 frags. Doja gets one as well. It's down to a 1 versus 1. Doja desperately needs to get this one here. Twist is just flying in through the bomb site here. What a shot from the USP, taking out Doja, and they just cannot catch a break here. As Property will win this. Oh, it's going.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, I got it. Very tight.
Oh,
but Property wins it 16-1 against HellRaisers. I don't think there was a person in the world that expected it to be that much of a blowout, if you even had Property winning it. Nonetheless, they come through and just destroy HellRaisers on cash. And now we're going to be heading over to Overpass here in just a second for our next game. And I know that Dashners needs us to kind of head over to a real quick break to figure something out with our Skypes. So we will go ahead, run to that quickly, and we'll be back with you guys for our next game here on Overpass before it starts. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys then.